welcome back to the channel, Smishak's Custom Baits. Rick Smishak here. Pardon me. Just getting over the flu. Everybody in the house got the flu for Christmas. We're all sick on Christmas Day. Thank you, Mother Nature. I'm on the mend. Everybody here's on the mend. Well, except for my daughter. She might actually have chicken pox. Well, she even got vaccinated as a little kid. She's 18 now, but yeah, she's got the chicken pox. Well, here we go again, right? Somebody's sick again. That's okay though. She'll get over it. Chicken pox. I don't think I've ever heard of anybody dying from it. But anyways, yeah, she's a little worried. She went to work today, and she started to itch pretty bad. She's got this rash that started on her face and her stomach, and yeah, she probably has chicken pox. Today we're going to make some more crappie baits. I'm going to get ready for the spring and early summer. What I'm going to do is we're going to make a laminate, and it's going to be green pumpkin on the back with some black glitter, and then the belly I'm going to make it a bright orange. We'll see how well that turns out. I'm going to use the Dale Plastics orange, and I'm going to put a little bit of the fine gunmetal glitter in that. So let's go ahead and finish getting the plastics all cooked, and the camera moved over so you guys can see what I'm doing here, and we'll be right back. Since that's just green pumpkin, it's pretty easy. Of course, the other one's going to be ridiculously easy too. But let's go ahead and oops. This is why I've gone to the 5/16 hex nuts instead of the ball bearings. If you notice, I couldn't get the colorant to come out. That's because the ball bearings plugged up this part of the Yorker cap there. So it's going to stir this in. We want this to be a pretty thick color, and it looks like it's going to be already. There we go. See, that's good. That's real good. Yeah, there we go. That's nice. All right, let's go ahead and put in some glitter, and I'm going to use the large black glitter. There you go. And I think the most fun part of this whole process is when you open the molds and see what you've got. Well, when it works out. When it doesn't work out, it's not quite as much fun. Let's go ahead and stir this up. Mix the glitter in. Alright. I'm going to make some 2.5-inch jerk baits, some split tail grubs, and then some of those small, the 2-inch tube baits. You see, this one here has some air bubbles still, but that's okay. That's just fine. There, just like that. Okay, I'm gonna put in some of that little gunmetal glitter, the .015 stuff. As soon as we get this mixed in, let's see what that looks like. And I want this to be a pretty thick color as well, because I don't want the colors to bleed into each other, where they each take on the other color's properties a little bit. I mean, it happens a little bit no matter what, but that's a nice thick orange. There we go. That's what we like. That's what I like to see here. Okay. Well, not always, but this time. Okay. Here's that little gunmetal glitter. Okay. And this will change the color of the orange a little bit. Okay, there's that. Let's put the lid back on. I always try to remember to put the lids back on immediately, just to make sure that nothing gets spilled. All right. And we're gonna have to heat this one up a little bit more because of all the clumps in it. But I think that this is going to be exactly the effect that I was looking for. You know, the more you do this, the more you make your own baits like this, what do I want to say? The fewer mistakes you make, the more likely you are to have the stuff come out the way you wanted it. So that said, we'll be right back. Okay, I think we're ready. I used half a cup of plastic each color today, and hopefully we have enough to shoot all these molds. Should, but there's a possibility we might run out before we get to the end. Pardon me. First we're going to do the 2.5-inch jerk bait, and then the split tail grub, and then last but definitely not least, the tube baits. Alright. There we go. Here comes the first one. Alright, that's full. Hold the pressure. I did not preheat anything this morning. Maybe I should have, but I didn't. Okay, here comes the grub. Okay, that's full. Now the little tubes. Okay. And look at that. All right. And we had just enough, it looks like. This should be a reasonable facsimile for perch and bluegill in spawning colors. So there we go. Get all that crap off. All right, let's give this a couple minutes to cool off. The sprues, anyways. The baits themselves are probably already cooled off enough, and then we'll do the big reveal. Okay, let's go ahead and start opening these things up. See how we did. Or yeah, me and that mouse. Oh wow, look at this. Let's see how these things turned out. How about that, huh? A couple of those might have laminated just a little bit better if I had preheated the mold, but I didn't deliberately. How's that for the sprue? That looks pretty good, huh? Like this one here, and maybe that one, but that's okay. I was kind of hoping for a little bit of mixing along the line there. Go ahead and check out the next one. These are the split tail grubs, and you know what? It seems like Seems like no matter which way you open up the molds, some of these molds, no matter which way it is, they stick to the top. No matter what side you put to the top. Okay, just gonna pull these off the sprue. And these guys are looking pretty good too. Okay. I'm liking these. Now, the orange would be a little bit brighter if I hadn't put that gunmetal glitter in. But I wanted the glitter in on the bottom too. The glitter helps with the, not just the color that we see. It doesn't just catch fishermen. It helps catch the fish by creating that flash, like you would get off of scales from another fish. So yeah, those are pretty good too, I think. Like these are all fishable. I think this is stuff that I'm going to use and have a lot of success with. Okay. Get rid of that mold. Let's go ahead and open up the first one of the tubes. And then we'll go ahead and snip them off the gates here real quick. So that's a nice laminate on that sprue. Get the legs off of there. Maybe I should have put, oh no, it came off just fine. Okay. I was going to say, maybe I should have put a little more oil on those. How's that? Huh? That's a nice looking tube bait. Let's go ahead and get the rest of these off. I'll probably take the other ones off the splines off camera. Just show them all to you once I'm all done. I have no doubt they turned out as good as these did. I mean, same mold and all, right? Another good one. I love these little tube baits. Maybe it's the molds I love. They're so easy to make. Oh, how's that again? Yeah. See, that one had a little more oil on it, slid off it just a little bit easier. I have to say that Enforcer molds make some pretty nice bait molds here. You know? Always. Okay, I'll get the other ones opened up and I'll show those to you as well. Okay, I think all the baits today came out pretty darn nice. You can see all the tubes came out real well. All the legs showed up, the none shorted. So yeah, I think this is a pretty darn nice color. I think it's going to be very productive. All right, that's it for today. I hope you liked what you saw. We made something new, something I haven't done yet, and we'll get back to making the lead jigs here pretty soon. Just had with Christmas and whatnot, just didn't have time to mess with that part. So, well, now we have New Year's coming, so you know. But if you liked what you saw, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and as always, if you have suggestions, put them down below. I'd love to hear. And maybe we'll even get time to make your suggestions. You know, I love doing that, making think like B.J. Colburn, making stuff that he suggests. Pardon me again. And share the video. That's how we grow the channel right now. We're up to 440 subscribers, so we're only 60 away. It's taking a little time here, but we'll get there. We'll get to that 500. But sharing is how we grow that, and that's how we That's how we help each other as human beings. And moms taught us to share, right? So until next time, folks, tight lines and calm waters.